In a world where it makes more sense most days to go live in the woods like a dirty, smelly hippie. Hi guys, how you doing? It's Don't Make This Weird. I'm your host, Tony. We're going to the split screen, and my lovely, elegant, non-smelling dirty hippie co-host,
well,
Heather Edgington.
Probably the hippie part is cool. I'm okay with that. Like I'm honestly lately, like we were talking just before we started this podcast of, you know what? Sometimes I just want to go live in the woods. I'm like, yeah, I feel that, man.
Is that fucking patchouli I smell?
Feel that.
What the hell is that?
Honestly, I will wear it. I don't care. I'm not even sorry about that choice.
It smells like dirty hippie.
Welcome to the Don't Make This Weird podcast, everybody. Glad you're tuning in on this Thursday.
Sauce, man.
It's already that time, guys. You know, it kind of threw me off today because last night we had the final episode for that campaign. Well, that part of the campaign. That chapter of the campaign on Initiative Impossible.
Yep.
So it kind of threw me off because we used to do Tuesdays. Now we switched it over to Wednesdays. So I'm like, oh shit, it is Thursday. We do have a podcast
you
tonight.
Son of a bitches.
Yeah, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. But here we are. We're glad that you guys are tuning in and hanging out with us. Not just on YouTube. We're on Twitch, on Facebook, and also re-aired on solidstateradio.net. Huge shout out to them. And we thank them over there, Adam and Sean at the Lyric Mall.
Adam and Sean.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Holy shit, we're getting popped off here
already. All right, good. There's still people filing in on YouTube.
Irish Girl Laughing says, happy Thursday, darlings.
Hey, yeah.
And Louder says, sups, dorks.
Dorkses.
Yes, dorks.
I will gladly take that, too. I'll be a dorky hippie, whatever. I don't even care. Dorky, hippie, gypsy, little person.
Well, and that's the thing is, like like we were talking about before the show. Most days it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go be Tarzan in the woods because
for sure.
I'd rather be in a civilized place, if you will, that has nothing to do with figuring out all you crazy fuckers. Because holy cow, there's some next level shit, man.
There is.
I'm like, what? Are you speaking English? Are you speaking English? What is going on?
Some days it feels like that, doesn't it? But we were talking too a little bit. We got a little bit serious before the podcast, which is okay.
Yeah.
Like we can do that. We can be serious sometimes on this show. And we were just talking about just a whole bunch of different things of like working, how much everything is going up, how rent's going up. And honestly, I feel like some of these times I'm like, land, a tiny house, I'll be good to go. Yep. Don't even care. Whatever, a garden, like ideal.
I'm waiting for that, like, ancient ancestor, dead uncle or whatever shit to come in the mail and be like, hey, you have $5 billion. I'll be like, all right, half of that goes to taxes. And I'm going to buy Caro and make sure I never have to pay a single shit show, stupid legislature thing ever again. Because I own the town.
Well, there you go.
And, all my friends get to, come party because, country boy can survive.
So Keith, yeah. Keith.
Yes. Hey, Keith, I want to go to the moon.
Hey, let's go.
Hi, my name's Keith. It's my shiny red rocket. Welcome to Jackass.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, that just came out. I honestly, I'm going to be honest. I do have Steve-O there. I have like little, one of his things on TikTok or whatever that I follow. And he talks to all kinds of different celebrities. He was talking to Jodie Sweetin from Full House.
Yes.
And I watched a little bit of clip of that. And I just went, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I just can't get into it. And like, let's be honest. I watched some of it, but I never really. I was like, I can't watch these people like do this stuff to themselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it wasn't for me.
Here's the thing. I grew up in the country, a dumb country bit, corn-fed hick boy. And I mean, one of the things that we did was constantly blowing shit up.
Just didn't get paid for it.
Right?
Right?
Because I mean, we figured out how to, and I actually looked this up, so there's no like statute of limitations or whatever.
Okay, all right.
So when we were putting gunpowder and ball bearings and gasoline into a 2-liter and then burying that thing and using cannon wicks to blow this shit up out in the middle of fucking nowhere, nobody cared.
Right.
You just heard a big boom and the neighbors are like, you knocked my dishes off the wall again. I mean, really?
Right.
It's like, well, hey, come help us do this so we don't kill ourselves. And out would come the neighbors, which is like half of my family. They're going, no. You want to see how to blow some shit up. This is how you do it.
That's how you do it.
And they would drill a hole in a tree and then blast the tree off the freaking roots. And I'm going, I want to know more.
I'm going over here and sharing the link on Don't Make This Weird so that we can get some people. I don't have anybody really in. It's not showing me on YouTube. So
that's because everybody's on Twitch.
Oh, everybody's hanging out over there tonight.
Right. Louder says it's all in love for your own good.
Yeah.
But anyways, how has your week been, Heather?
One
Let's get
second
there.
here. I'm sharing this and making sure it's right. There we go. Oh, that's a great thumbnail there.
Isn't
I love
it?
that.
Yes.
I love all these different ones that they're taking of me. So, my week has been kind of it's not very bad. I mean, it has kind of been pretty busy. I started out the week with I went with Dawn and helped in the nursery at church, which was something that I've never done there before. And you think I'd be probably like, nah, I'm good after my experience at the school for the one day that we talked about not too long ago. But definitely different. I did have a good time. It was interesting being able to interact with kids and stuff. And, I do like kids in general, but
yeah.
That other situation was a no-go. We kind of talked a little bit about that too. I've experienced some different stuff, and I'm actually really super glad that I split. I was like, no, I'm good. That's not for me. I thought it was for me, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Well, you still have the running joke of breeders.
I used that actually. Saturday, I went to a bridal shower.
What?
Yeah, I ended up. See, this was the thing. After being sick, I was like, I'm gonna go by nobody. Fuck you guys. That was horrible. Like, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but I was like, I don't want to get sick again. I'm not dealing. So there was that little bit in my head about not wanting to I went out, but I didn't. I was like, do I want to be around people? Do I ever really want to be around people? Like,
it's too people-y out there.
So, but because it was my old roommate Jason and his wife.
Oh, the guy that wrote on the envelope, you got money for face surgery.
Money for face surgery, boats and hoes. Yeah, that guy. Like after living with him for so long, and it was kind of awkward, I got to be honest, because somebody asked me, they're like, well, I heard you think of him as like your brother. And I was like, yeah, I do. And they're like, how'd you guys meet? And I was like, oh, well, I was going through a divorce. He had to move. I had a place. He moved in with me. We lived together for 7 years. Like, how does that sound? That at a bridal shower, it's like, oh, that probably sounds really bad.
No, it sounds
really
like two
bad.
adults trying to figure out how to adult.
Well, seriously, that's really what it comes down to. Like, that's really what it was. Because interesting enough, I would see him for like 15 minutes maybe out of the day, if that, because he'd stay in his room. I'd stay in mine unless we had to like make something or whatever.
Right.
And we just kind of tried to keep it quiet and not wake up the other because we both worked third shift.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting. I never really had people over because I didn't want to wake him up if he was sleeping at weird hours. I don't know. It was interesting, but we did become a family after a while,
Yes.
So I do consider him like a brother. So I'm glad I went because a lot of people weren't able to make it, whether it was because everybody's getting sick right now or whatever is going on. I don't know. But so I was able to help out, and I finally had enough energy and got dressed. I even walked there. It wasn't that far away from where I live at. I was just like, oh, I can do something. Because for a while, I didn't feel like doing nothing.
Right.
Honestly, I didn't feel like doing anything. So then after that had happened, your microphone has problems. It's going away from you.
What the fuck was that? You saw that, right?
I did see that.
What the
just kind of like ducked down. It's like, no, good.
Not today.
So anyway, I went and did that, and a lot of people at the wedding, like the bridal shower, were couples, and they're a lot younger than me and stuff.
Right.
And they're talking about they're gonna have kids and all this different stuff. And I walked by him after hearing this.
Yeah.
I was like, breeders, and him and I we had a laugh over that one. It was just like that weird dark humor because we had the same kind of humor.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, breeders. Which, whatever. I support people that are going to have kids and do their thing. I can't have them, and I think that was probably God's way of saying, okay, that's a good idea not to. You can hang out with kids. You can see kids. You can like kids, even love them, but
You can participate, but you can't take any home.
Exactly. So that was kind of interesting. I got to see his wife's kids, which they're their kids now, whatever. But but then, like I said, I did the Sunday thing, and that was good. And then yesterday, I got to go out. Dawn and I went out, so I got out of the house again. I'm like, wow, I'm really doing this. I'm getting back out there and I'm living again. Like, I'm doing this, getting dressed and putting my makeup on and stuff. I'm like, all right. But I did realize yesterday, because when we do podcasts, I do my makeup a little bit more bright so you could see it on the camera a little bit better, kind of like the old stage antics. Well, I did like this really awesome, like purple. Got outside, and I usually will take a picture because my lighting's not very good at home. And I was like, whoa. I've been watching drag queens too much lately. It's like, I'm going to be honest. Like, that's one of my newest things that I like on TikTok. I'll watch drag queens put their makeup on.
Yeah, that's false advertising. Just going to say.
Surprise the crap out of me. I'm just saying. But so I was like, I'm learning too much. I better go back in. Like,
hate me all you want, but like the Drew Carey show, every time I have seen somebody with too much makeup on,
you think of Mimi.
I think of fucking Mimi because she scared the shit out of me.
That's the reason why I don't do the blue.
What is that?
That's honestly the reason why I really kind of stay away from blues, because I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I learned from that. No, I'm good.
So Louder's chiming in and says Divine Hammer by Breeders.
Okay.
So apparently
the Breeders, yeah, okay, I remember that.
You have a shit ton of stuff.
I do. I'm going over here, but so that pretty much, I got to come over here. We did Initiative Impossible last night. We wrapped that up, which is kind of sad, but we didn't lose our characters. Harlow and Saren and Nolan and Burnley will be back. But we're going into another chapter, which will be interesting. I kind of feel like the new DM might not be as kind. I don't know what to expect.
I'm just going to say, I don't envy you guys.
So it's confirmed. Okay.
I have DM privileges and I'm not at liberty to say so. So
you're not drawing up a character to play. You're techieing.
I'm techie.
You're going to be the techie dude.
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be different.
I mean, Josh will always be the techie dude because... he's amazing at what he does. And who knows, maybe we'll, swap seats or something and take some notes or whatnot. But, I don't think it's completely going to fall on me. But Josh and I are still trying to figure that process out because, oh, shit, that was the problem.
He's tuning in, actually.
I had an issue trying to send the file over, so sorry about that, Josh, if you're tuning in.
Live from the studio. He's letting you know.
I'll get it to you, bro, I promise.
Speaking of Josh, he says, well, I'm here, guys. How you doing tonight? We're doing pretty good. And John's chiming in, too. Never fear. Johnny's here. Damn phone number gave me the live notice.
Punch that freaking notification to all.
Right in it. And then Scarface Gaming is joining in. He says,
what's
hello.
up, man?
So, hey, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
He also says, don't be a douche because douche canoe while shitting in the ocean.
Oh, okay. So he's oh, there it goes. Okay, I see now. So, yeah, that's pretty much how my week's been. I finally got back to feeling like myself because I'm going to be honest. I usually will be like really raw and real on Survivor Girl, but I'm going to be a little bit here too. Like, I felt really out of place.
You have been killing it, seriously, on Survivor Girl because you're
Last
like,
week.
5 minutes before the show, you're like, I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then for the next hour and like 10 minutes, you're like, listen, bitches. And I'm going, all right, cool. My bad. Whatever I did. Freaking, I'm sorry.
I don't feel like it's like that. But honestly, though, it was like that. Like, I do walk in and I'm just like, And it's not like I don't care. Like, I do care about my show, but I just feel like it's a lot of stuff that over and over and whatnot. And without having guests and stuff, which I'm working on, which is interesting because, like I said, this past couple weeks, like, I've not felt like myself.
Yeah.
And I joked about that, about like going, who am I? What am I doing with my life? What is my existence here?
What are you doing? Who do you work for?
Right, exactly. Like, I felt so out of place. It was really, really weird. And I think that's another thing I kind of want to talk about on Survivor Girl as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming to find out there's a lot of other people that feel the same way after that. So I'm just like,
Well, I mean,
there's something there.
not to get political, and I'm not going in that vein, but the fact is the past 2 years have done a hard reset mentally and emotionally for a lot of people.
Right.
So, of course, as this show is laughs and entertainment and stupid shit that we do, because I'm a monkey on a microphone and a camera.
Right. Me too.
But still, there's that element of, okay, what is a priority now, mentally and emotionally? And what was a priority then that was distracting me from everything that actually mattered?
Right.
You know, I mean, by design, we are a community type of people. We need human interaction. We're tribal that way.
Right, right.
And if you have something that affects that, shit goes whoop.
Really does. I mean, honestly, and that's kind of where I was. I'm like, first and foremost, like before I got sick, I was like, I'm gonna go get my nose re-pierced and maybe I should color my hair something. I don't know. I'm like, is this a midlife crisis? And then I got sick. And then after I was sick, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Is this what it is? Is this all I,
Right.
But now I'm starting to finally feel like myself again. And I'm like, bass fishing tournaments, podcasts, gaming, all the stuff that I love. And I dare you to question me about any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Don't question me on what I'm doing with my life, because I'm so tired of hearing, well, if you had this job that was this and that, then, you would have the career.
Well, you know what JOB stands for, right? You know what the acronym of JOB?
No. Just
over broke.
Oh, there you go. There you go. No, but I had somebody that was continuing like, you should find a career. You should try being, like a parapro.
Tried it. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Check. It was so bad I didn't even do my tax stuff to get. Is that wrong to say? To get money, I didn't even get paid. No. I was like, screw this. I'm good.
Fuck that.
I'm done. So anyway, that's kind of where it was, and now I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. I'm like,
right.
Okay, we're good.
Back over on Twitch, Louder says Kim Deal was awesome in her bands. Most remember her from the Pixies. Oh yeah, Pixies! Holy shit, that was a great band.
Heck yeah. So over here we have John saying, Tony, I'm digging the new goat look you got going on. There you go.
Yeah, actually, it's growing back now because I was lazy for a week and chose not to shave. You guys that tuned in on Guitar Fridays and Chill Stream, which, by the way, I have it on good authority, I will be participating in pre-release.
Oh, very cool.
So
very cool.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma as a throwback to the first episodes when we were just doing audio. Possibly, if you guys want a free code, you're gonna have to chime in on Chill Stream. So it all depends on how many pre-release kits I get. So just throwing that out there.
So just gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I have been talking a bow on it. Sparkly and shiny, of course.
It puts the bow on its skin.
But I just
the hose again.
I was joking about like the gaming stuff. Yeah. I'm like, if anybody wants to watch me game, like they better never expect that I'm going to be awesome at it because that's not going to be the case.
They watch me fail hard.
Yeah, I don't know. But my commentary with it, I am such a dork on while I'm doing that stuff and I don't realize some of the things I say.
You tuned in to me.
I do, yes.
And heard some of the ridiculous, absurd shit that I've had. Where I'm way off in left field, I'll have a misplay.
Yeah.
And then completely change gears and go in 25 different directions. It's like, are you schizophrenic? Are you bipolar? Do you have like multiple personalities going on there? So it can't be any worse than me already.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to you and ask you about how your week's been.
Oh my God. Holy shit. It's been so freaking cool. Because this Henry Ford book, and I'm pretty sure I talked about it last week. I am roughly about 60 pages from completing this, about 5 or 6 chapters. Holy shit. Like, if you don't know anything. Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at this, looking at my phone going,
Yeah. If you guys don't know anything about Henry Ford, go do some research on this dude. Because in this book, and of course, I'm still learning more about history of Henry Ford. they fucked on this dude left, right, and center. Like, we think the media is a shit show now. Go back then. It was literally the Wild West of, we're going to print anything and have zero accountability. So, yeah, Henry Ford, he was a chicken fucker. And it's like, what? Where does that even come from? Like, yeah, I know he was a farm boy and all these other things, but really? I'm not really sure when he had time to do all of that crazy shit because he was running a factory of 80,000 workers. So if you want to imply he was a chicken fucker, I mean, whatever. So, but yeah, I'm almost done with that book. I actually have a couple more books that I was able to pick up. And, you know, doing all of the pre-production for the show and getting the stuff done. It was bittersweet, not going to lie. I had a little tear. That we close the first chapter in Initiative Impossible for that campaign. And you guys are starting a new campaign. Because I'm not going to lie, it was fun. I was loving the hell out of it. But, you know, as all things do come to an end for that chapter. And I'm excited to see what you guys are going to get into for the next one.
I don't know if I want to say I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I'm truly excited because I want to see where you guys go with all of this. And, you know, to not be on mic, but still able to deliver what's going on by doing the techie stuff and behind the scenes stuff, which just has me so excited. And of course, we've got some new equipment coming in the studio. So it's going to be even cooler with the process of all of this. So
I'm down for it.
I cannot wait to experience all of this. And of course, you know, their other stuff is going to stay on the regular scheduled basis with, I mean, should we throw over to that right now so we can go through and
if you want to
do the hooty hoot on all of that?
Yeah.
Well, oh, no, that's the security cam.
Oh.
So, hi, how you doing? Normally it's up there, but it's not. Good. But no, all the other stuff that we're still doing with Initiative Impossible since it moved to Wednesdays. We still got, obviously, Don't Make This Weird tonight because you guys are watching us live.
Heck yeah.
And then we have Guitar Fridays. We have Chill Stream Saturdays. Those shows are on 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then we've got Survivor Girl Sunday.
Yep, the first 3 Sundays of each month. Starts at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Time.
And then also on Saturdays, which I missed one, was This Is My Brain.
Yeah, This Is My Brain podcast.
And then we have Motivational Mondays. And then Tuesday Night Rants with This Is My Brain crew down there. And then we have Crystal LaFay, who is starting hers the last weekend, or the last Sunday.
Yeah, last Sunday of each month.
So, you know, we've got a full schedule going back to my beautiful fans. Yeah, and there's more shows coming down the pipe, but of course they're in pre-production hell because some people don't want to put the work in.
Right.
Not that I'm throwing shade. Just saying.
I don't know any of this stuff. Like, he tells me after, and I'm just like, oh, there was more coming in. I didn't know what's what.
And that's the kick in the balls because everybody wants the success. Nobody wants to put the work in. And it's not that I'm throwing shade at anybody, but when you understand, and as you have from day one of realizing how much shit goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And everybody just comes in and sits down and goes, oh, there's a camera, there's a microphone. Hi, smile. Oh, look at me. Yay. So, yeah, that's consisted the majority of my week, which I'm super excited to go through and still be acting like a jackass in front of the camera with you guys because you guys keep coming back for more. And I go, wow, you guys really like watching me fail out loud. And if I can make a career out of that.
Cool. Absolutely.
So that's my week in a nutshell.
Okay.
I've had fun, you know, recharging the batteries and getting back into the swing of things because I'm not going to lie. I was missing some Initiative Impossible. So that
Me too.
That duration that we couldn't go through and get everybody on the same page because, you know, personal reasons.
So much stuff going on, yeah.
The details matter not. I missed engaging and going, how can I not kill these guys this week?
How can I just not? Like, I've missed this so much, but I think it has to come to the end and not kill you guys, but we're not going to do this campaign with Harlow and them for a while.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I'm glad that we were able to get back to playing, but I really, like, I felt I don't want to say not prepared. Like, I wasn't really prepared for it, but I was. Like, I was excited to play again, but I was like, look, I don't remember what I'm doing now because it's been a minute, which is okay. Like, I understood why we had some time. We had to take some time or whatnot, but I was just like, mathing and stuff. Like, there was like a little blip there for a minute. I'm like, had to have help with that. What you got there?
It's funny. Louder says, I'm coming to visit in a few weeks. Hit me up, bro.
Oh, there you go.
And then John chimes in on Twitch because YouTube sucks. Have you seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari? It's freaking awesome.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
No, I have not.
I forgot about that one.
Actually, that's on my watch list. So
heck yeah. We also have Scarface says that this is the only one that he sees. And this is the only show I see. There is a topic I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on. Okay.
Bring it up. What you got?
Go ahead. Yeah. And then Josh says there's a lot of background process. LOL. The pros make it look easy. There's a lot that goes on it. Yeah. There's definitely is a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And, you guys know more than what I do with all the setup and stuff. I'm kind of learning because I'm going to do some stuff in my own studio at home.
I was going to say, don't sell yourself short. You do all of this shit. You've done all this shit right beside me for how many years now?
It's been quite a ride. We've been doing this a lot. So, I'm
be working great if Heather would show up more to the studio.
Well, here's another thing too. Another thing too is you deal with a lot of the sound and the setup and all that stuff. I do a lot of the graphics, the promotional stuff, the Facebooking, all the social media stuff. Like, I put a lot of that out there.
And that's what I'm getting at too, because we've done festivals, we've done events, we've done venues, we've done meet and greets, we've done look at what was it, Tuscaloosa last year, which was incredible. We've also done, the farmers market. We've done car shows. We've done, how many different venues and just crazy shit because people are like, hey, you're the people on the podcast.
Love that. I love going to that stuff.
Right. And they're like, hey, we need you to come help support because you bring people to events and festivals and stuff. And it's like, we do? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget how cool this shit is. We do.
I forgot.
So it's that the logistics behind that is freaking insane.
Right.
Because we help we help with the Pumpkin Festival. We did the Battle of the Bands. We did, the judging the Hometown Idol thing, which is just freaking insane. And when you have to go up there and this much of the detail that they want you to share, and they go, hey, go kill 20 minutes on stage, be funny, do something stupid.
Do something funny.
As they're mouthing words to you from the back of the auditorium, and you got an auditorium of like 150 to 200 people.
Yeah.
And you're going, hi, I'm a total jackass. Let's make everybody laugh. Right. And you can't read lips. And you're going, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I am not very good at that. There'll be times when I am actually doing my show, and Tony we've already talked about this, like it doesn't happen as much as it used to.
Right.
Because he'll say something, and I'll be like, hold on a minute. Like I'm telling the people that are watching, like, just hold on.
Right.
What do you want? It's just it's messed up. But talking about shows and stuff, I want to give a couple shout outs for that kind of stuff that's coming up. We are not too far away from spring. We're getting closer and closer and closer, which is exciting.
Come to the market.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for that one for sure. But there is a benefit that's going to be happening on Saturday.
Yes, please.
The Tina Jackson Fuck Cancer benefit. It's going to be in Bad Axe on Saturday the 12th from the 12th, is that right? Yeah, the 11th.
No, it's the 12th. It's
the 12th. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I have it pulled up here, but it's not showing me the whole thing. Here we go. Yes, the 12th, from 5 p.m. to midnight. Ora Labora is coming back, and they're playing this benefit concert, the show. And the proceeds, let me see here. I'm going to go ahead. It's going to be in the Franklin Inn in Bad Axe, February 12th from 5 p.m. to midnight. Former Bad Axe resident Tina Jackson has unfortunately lost the battle, and we're raising money. They are raising money to have funds to help with the memorial and everything. So this show's going to be happening. If you guys can make it, the live music featuring Ora Labora, there's going to be a 50-50 raffle and few other donation type games raffles that will take place, as well as they put them together. $10 door fee, cash bar, awesome food like prime rib available for purchase until 9 p.m.
Nice.
And let me see here. All that money will be raised to go towards Tina's family and to help her to rest. So we're thankful that you guys are going to be able to make it. I hope to see you guys all there.
Yes.
I'm glad that we're able to share that with you guys and to get you out there. Great band. Great cause,
incredible
great
band.
Reason, and the memory of a great person. So,
Yes.
If you guys are able, and another way to just tell cancer to fuck off.
Fuck cancer.
Another reason to tell cancer to fuck off.
Right?
And I feel so strong about that, you guys. So strong about that. And just to give it the big finger, that's good. Some big middle finger for that. Also, we want to talk about Tuscola Palooza is going to be happening in August.
Yes.
We'll bring more of that up with you guys, but we just found August 6th is the date that's going to be happening.
We're getting Terry back on. There's no two ways
for
about
sure.
it. We love us some Terry.
Love Terry.
John says my next theater visit will be Moonfall. Junior works at the theater, so we get free movies now.
Oh, nice.
Bro, hook us up.
Did you get one of those papers from Rude? We're gonna have to talk about that too. Like, I want to share.
Oh shit! Yeah, where did
he's
it go?
gonna be in the Mousetrap. Is it the Mousetrap?
Yeah.
Very professional, everybody. Yeah. So, last night, one of the characters, one of the people that is on Initiative Impossible, Rude, is going to be in this production. So we're going to share it. I'll go ahead and post a picture.
Sorry, Rude, I don't have it.
I do have it at home, so I'll go ahead and I will share that with you guys because we want to see you guys go and participate in that stuff.
Yes.
So, all right. Also, let me see here. So the topic that Scarface is asking about is the military. He's like, I'm wanting to rejoin the British Army. What are your thoughts?
Okay.
So you've already been part of the Army before. So you're trying to re-enlist. Is that what you're asking about? And what our thoughts are on that? Go ahead and clarify a little bit on that. And my dad is joining in. He says, hello, you two.
Hello.
Yeah, so there we go.
Well, my
Yeah,
thoughts on the military is I support anybody who has made that sacrifice because I couldn't. I come from a long family of military guys dating all the way back to, I think, the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And I could never serve. So, seeing these guys, I mean, like, shit, we've had so many fans of the channel, like Big Box Dave.
Yeah, yep.
Pipe Dream Game, Brian Kuhn. All these guys were active. I mean, what Big Box Dave did 20 years.
I can't remember how many he had
And
said,
then
but yeah.
broke his back and got out of the military.
Right.
And then, Mr. Brian Kuhn is still serving.
Yeah.
Like, hey, thank you for your service because you're able to do something I couldn't.
Right.
And I don't know what the military is like over in Britain, but I know, here in America,
Right.
I loud love to all of the troops, to all of the families that are giving that sacrifice up. Like my cousin Melissa, her husband's Special Forces.
Yeah.
She sees him maybe 6 weeks out of the year.
Wow.
And
Wow.
they've been married for 22 years, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, and to see that stuff, and my cousin Melissa is a fucking badass. Like, go ahead, step to the plate. Our way.
Right.
Like, loud love to her, seriously. But to see family after family, and even like my family, I had cousins that went to the military.
Right.
I had uncles, I had aunts, I had, grandparents that served in the military. It was always something that I had so much respect for because it was something that I couldn't do.
Right.
And of course, you've got mixed reviews on some of that. Like my uncle was a Marine, hoorah, and killed it.
Right.
But he's like, after my, term of service, he's like, I had to get out because it was just, it fucks on you for a minute.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and hearing a handful of other people, like, they either loved it or they hated it. So,
Right. It's very mixed on that kind of thing
It
too.
is. And that's the thing is, in my humble opinion, and you can hear, loudly across a lot of people's opinions in the United States, we have one of the best militaries and one of the worst militaries on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never experienced it.
Yeah.
But hearing a lot of the stories from a lot of people, they love it and they hate it all at the same time. So, I mean, for me, if you're asking our opinion on you to go back into the British military, bro, that's a conversation you need to have with yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's a very personal thing. And, hey, if you served, thank you, man. Thank you for your service. Seriously.
For sure. And, that's another thing. Like he had specified too, that I have had a lot of family that were in the military as well. My uncles on my mom's side and family on my dad's side and everything. And, I appreciate veterans and those that are still serving and, everybody that has served. I do appreciate that. Like
Absolutely.
I will be one of the first people to say thank you for your service.
Yes.
I appreciate that very much. For me, when it came down to I did really good on my test for it, which is surprising because I've had test anxiety as far as I can remember. However, physically, I was never physical enough to be able to do something like that. Also, I felt like being yelled at in boot camp, I would just cry and be in a ball, and that would be it. They'd send me home or whatever would happen.
Right.
And I never could do it myself. So I give you a lot of props to those who have done it or thinking about it. Scarface says I want to go back as I was in when I was 19 and I'm now 30.
Good luck, bro.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck. If it's something that you are really wanting to do, go do it. Go for it. If you've been there already and it's something that you feel that passionate about and you want to go back to.
Right.
I mean, we support that. We support you and your decisions and what you're going to do. Probably miss you jumping on here, but you might still be able to come and listen to us still.
Speaking of that, one of my cousins is chiming in right now. He said, wow, these new glasses really screw me up. I joined the U.S. Army to learn Apache helicopter repair, but halfway through basic training, they didn't want me anymore because I had reconstructive surgery on my left shoulder. They said my test scores were so high I could choose absolutely anything. I wanted to choose Apache because, well, it's an Apache helicopter. Fucking duh, bro.
Yeah. Thank you for your service. Absolutely.
Well, that's the kick in the balls about that stuff. All through high school, they had so many different recruiters come to blow me up.
Yeah.
I did all of the tests, like all branches of the military, Marine, Navy, Air Force, Army, and Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Scored off the charts. First questions they ask, well, when's the last time you used your inhaler? 2 hours ago.
Right.
And they're like, sorry, kid.
Yeah, exactly. Scarface says it's like a calling for me. So then you must answer that.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Honestly, because if you don't answer what you feel is a calling for you, then you're going to continue to wonder what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier with going, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what I'm meant to be doing? If you don't answer that call, then you're probably going to question whether or not, you should have. And it's too, I would say go for it.
And I mean, here for personally, selfish reasons, what happens when you get put to a training unit and go over to the United States to get trained and come visit us?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, for sure. So Josh said I hope the link works. We didn't get the link. Like, I don't know. It doesn't come over here on YouTube. They automatically
oh shit.
it. But he says the Mousetrap Port Austin community players is what it's for. So yeah, I will definitely go ahead and take a picture of that. It's in my D&D folder at home, so I do know where that's at. And I'll take a picture and I will share it so that you guys can go to this show, this production. I love theater. We talked a little bit about that the other day. Like I love it, and lately I've been seeing all these different ones posted. I'm like, I want to go to this. I want to go to this. Cats was posted. Tony's like, it's shit.
It's shit.
I've never watched it, so I don't know.
It's shit.
But I always felt like that was one that I wanted to see, and Phantom for sure.
Oh, you have to go see
Phantom. I want to see Phantom.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't remember the chick's name, but I know Jared Butler was in the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
He actually sang all the parts.
Did he really?
Oh, my God.
Okay.
I love this man. Aside from the fact that he plays a badass Viking in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
I mean, hello.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when I was ripping off Columbia House back then, one of the CDs one of the CDs I got, actually, that I ordered personally at 15 was
Columbia
Phantom of
House.
the Opera.
Hell yeah.
That was one of the ones that what was the other one that I'm trying to think of what it was. Anyway, I'll think of it.
I'm going to say one of my jams, just because I like that whole, noir element, was the one with, Les Mis.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the reenactment one they did with Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe.
I haven't seen it. I haven't saw that.
Look down, look down.
I went to Goodwill the one day, and the book, I found the book. It's like this.
Yes.
And it's sitting on my table right now at home, and I'm like, words and things.
You say it here, John. My first duty assignment was going to be 2 years in Ramstein, Germany. I was looking forward to that because I'm mostly German. That's right, you German fuck.
Oh, gosh. And then Scarface says, if it happened and I had to train over in the USA, I would be honored to meet up and see you guys in person. That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
That'd be cool. So I'm hoping that, continuing forward, that you just listen to what it is that you feel you need to do, honestly, because that's the best answer you can get, like Tony said.
I mean, here's the reality of it, man. We all have different life choices and life paths. And I mean, for me personally, I pray, man. I go, all right, God, what do you want me to do today? Because I'm stupid. I can't think for myself in the perspective of that, and go, give me wisdom, give me direction, give me discernment in the process of figuring out what it is I have to do. Because, we're supposed to be about the Father's work. And I'm not trying to be all religious and all this other, weight that comes with God and all of this stuff. But I mean, seriously, having that clarity, having that spiritual balance of enlightenment of going, okay, you have your creator directing your paths. Listen to it, find out what your heart's saying, align it with your thought process, and you're good to go.
Right. Well, and there's some other things too, like waking up in the morning and getting that cup of coffee, that meditation time, working out, doing whatever, yoga, whatever it is that you guys do. And that's a totally different spin on everything. But
yoga.
In the same sense, though, like you bring your mind down to that and you just figure it out. You figure out what it is that you need to sort through up here. And sometimes that's even in the form of journaling and getting it all out. It's funny, I'm sure people will drive by me and laugh at me when I'm talking it through, because if you don't talk it through, honestly, though, that's the best thing to do is just talk it through. It doesn't matter. Just act like you're on the phone.
I mean, I don't know what the creed is over there for the British Armed Forces, but I know a lot of the military guys here are God, family, country.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, you gotta adhere to the calling and do your thing. Like, you're 30. Not saying that's a tough age, and I don't know what kind of shape you're in, but I know a lot of guys that are in the military. At the age of 30, their knees are shot, their backs are shot. And I mean, they still keep pushing through. I mean, good God, Big Box Dave.
Yeah.
In the military for 20 plus years. Broke his back. Didn't realize he broke his back.
And still kept going.
Like, hey, thank you
Terminators.
again. Yeah, dude. Bum.
Yeah, but we do appreciate the questions. If you guys have any other questions, we do like getting into these conversations with you guys and talking about different things. It does bring something else in. I mean, because, right now is the time usually when we talk about, 1883. Because I can't stop. Like, I want to go back and rewatch it again for the third time.
Lightning yellow hair.
Lightning yellow hair was the last episode, and it's kind of interesting because on Instagram I have started following like Tim, the real Tim.
Now I have a question for not just you, but for our listening audience, those who have watched 1883. If you haven't, you're going to hell. So just go watch it.
It's on Paramount Plus.
I look at it other way. So,
okay, whatever. So anyhow, question.
My question is, I don't think it is, but it's been a question of mine since I've started watching 1883. The daughter, Elsa, is that legit? Like Tim and what's her face?
Faith Hill.
Faith Hill. Is that their daughter?
Not in real life, no.
Okay, because like,
nope.
You're seeing Tim McGraw
Yeah.
and Faith Hill, and they both have these amazing character actor people that they're portraying.
Right.
And then you see that kind of romanticized element of Elsa and this person that she's playing.
Right. Right.
But you also see similar characteristics in this
both
young
of them.
actress.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're going, how the fuck did they pull that off? Because there's just some sincerities you can't fake.
Right. But there's something else too. It's funny because I'm all like, I don't look at the Easter eggs and I don't go to the behind the scenes.
Bullshit.
But with this I have.
Yes.
And I have to
Score
say,
one for the home team.
No, not their daughter in real life. However, she is in her 20s.
Yes.
And also, for me, I thought she was like Katniss. Like, I think she looks like that actress. Big time. Big time. But no, Faith actually, she's with her being on Instagram, she did a thing with her daughter, her actual real life daughter.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. But another thing, if you guys didn't know, is this is Faith Hill's actual first acting
Yes.
career.
Yes.
And Tim was going on about a little bit about how he would have seen her maybe six days or six something out of it, because now that they're working together on set,
Right.
he actually really loves working with her on set too.
Yeah.
But they don't do any music. They are not doing any music in the show.
No.
So that was another thing, because somebody had asked him, well, are you going to sing in this? Because Elsa does.
Yes.
And she does a beautiful job. Plus, we're not going to get too much more into any of that, in case you guys haven't watched. But she is a musician and she sings on the show. I don't know if she is in real life or not, but they have said they're just focusing on their acting in this. And I've liked Tim McGraw in other things. Like, he was in The Blind Side.
Yep.
I thought that man had a cowboy hat fixed to his head for like forever. But then I started seeing him, like, wait a minute.
Here's the thing that I like about this, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the great thing about 1883 is you see their personalities come out. Like, if you know anything about Tim McGraw, it's very similar to the personality he's had through the whole course of his career. Like, there's several different instances when he dealt with record companies and they wanted him to compromise and go to, hey, new country, all this stuff's coming out. Right. And Tim McGraw said, fuck you, dude. I'm not doing that. I'm staying true to what it is that I'm doing. And Faith Hill very similarly. So watching them in this whole show of 1883 and seeing little elements of their personality come out in the acting, it's like, fuck, they're not playing a character. They're playing themselves.
They are, really.
Which is amazing.
Seriously, I watched that and I see like that on-screen love that they do have as their characters, but legit that is really those two really having that soulmate, that whole thing together. It's just it's amazing to see.
Where are you going? I'm going to get her back.
She's a badass on that show. Like, seriously a badass. And before we were talking, because I started to watch a little bit more stuff, I've kind of so part of my whole trying to get myself back, I have kind of chilled out a little bit. And I have been taking a little bit more time to read and watch stuff and whatever. And
wait, did you say the R word?
I did. I actually have reading. I do read. Actually took out the Badass Habits audiobook again.
Oh, nice.
From the library. So, yeah. But I did watch Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
Yeah.
But then I watched Birds of Prey. Did not like. Did not like. I like Harley Quinn, the idea of her. But the action scenes and everything, I was like, I'm so spoiled by Marvel. So spoiled by Marvel.
Just gonna
but
say,
maybe it's supposed to be cheesy. I don't know, but I was just like,
Margot Robbie's delicious.
Maybe so.
I liked her in The Wolf of Wall Street.
I haven't actually watched that.
You have to watch that.
So I'll add that to my list. But I did. I finally got a chance. I know this is old news for those of you that are watching, but I was just like, ugh. Because I'm just now catching up on this stuff.
Holy shit, you guys are chiming in over here. Good God.
You're busy tonight.
Yeah. John says the Heavenly Kid song out on the edge was one of my favorites. And Bobby's chiming in.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby says, I love 1883.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And John said that Heavenly Kid?
Yes.
Yes, okay. While I was sick, I searched on YouTube for free movies because I was already up in bed. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. This sucks ass. And that was actually one of the movies I watched was Heavenly Kid. So that's funny that you bring that up because I was like, I don't know. It's so cheese, but it's also like so good. I love 80s movies.
One of the things that I really like about all of the, I don't want to say pop culture, but I mean, fuck, it's pop culture.
Right.
But going down the rabbit holes of some of pop culture, I love getting used books and movies.
Yeah.
And finding out the story where they have came from. Like, I can't tell you how many DVDs or Blu-rays that I've got. And like open it up and there's like a little note in there to somebody for this movie or this, you know, a DVD. And like in books, God, I have so many books with handwritten messages as a gift to this person. Or, hey, here's you know, this was on this bookshelf in like 1942. Because the book's from like 1888. And I'm going, fuck, this is amazing. Like the places this book has been. And now it's come into my possession. And if I love it and hug it and squeeze it and call it George.
I can feel it all. Well, that was one thing that was really, really amazing is I inherited a lot of my mom's books, and I've talked about this, but I've gone back and when I was reading the first book in, you know, Outlander. There's like little spots where she had marked things and where she had left her little dog ear or what page she was on or stuff like that. And that just like, that was cool. That book is something that's really important to me. Although I listened to the audiobook instead of reading the whole thing. It's all right.
Speaking of that, Bobby's chiming back in and says, love me some Timmy and love me some Sam.
Seriously.
I mean, Sam Elliott, you can't when I get that old, I want to look that amazing. Just saying.
No joke. Like, no joke there. I'm just like, this last episode, like, I'm not going into anything, but I was just like, what? Seriously. Is it Taylor Sheridan? Is that the author? Right?
Of what?
Of 1883.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So he actually does an appearance. So in one of the episodes, I'll just say that so you guys can see it.
Bobby says, same girl. I love audiobooks.
Exactly. I know we talk about that a lot, so I'm trying not to go too far into that.
Well, and here's the thing is, you know, if there's a movie or a television series with Sam Elliott in it, regardless, I still always go back to that broad has entirely too many brains to have an ass like that.
Oh my gosh. And you know, that's the thing too. As I watched The Ranch with him in it because I couldn't help it. And there was another movie out not too long ago with him in it, and I haven't watched that yet either. I have to go back and watch that.
I still have to watch Yellowstone, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby said, Sam Elliott can take me for a ride anytime.
Oh my gosh. Thought it, didn't say it, but thank you for bringing that up.
Well, and here's the best part. One of the most classic movies of all time, The Big Lebowski. He played a bit part in that.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And plus, he's the narrator.
Right.
So how can you go wrong when Sam Elliott is narrating your movie?
Yeah, exactly. No,
and I hate narration. Like, don't tell me the story. Show me the story.
Right. Right. Which is funny because I started watching another one. It's kind of like a trash one, so I'm not going to tell you what exactly it is because I'm not getting hate mail. And it's got French in it.
Oh, okay.
And so they're talking partly and then English and partly because the chick she's got sent to Paris, but doesn't know how to speak the language.
Of course.
And they're just like, you're an idiot. Like through this whole thing, like they can't stand her. They're just giving her shit.
Right,
like, you dumb American and this and that. So the parts of it, they'll talk in French and then I'm like, oh, I hate reading shows. Blech. So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the closed caption part of it because there's a lot of times that people don't articulate in movies, so it's like, what the fuck did they say? Because you don't want to miss the conversation that they're having or the dialogue that they're having. Holy shit, Bobby, girl, you're killing me here. She says he's so yummy. The ranch was great, and he also was in the movie with Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Yes, he was. That was a great movie too, as well. R.I.P. to Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
Really loved him throughout my life. You know, the other thing that's getting to me now
What's that?
is seeing, so because everybody is on social media these days, I'm seeing more and more of the actors from when we were younger and how they are so much older now.
Right.
And I understand that's how life works. I get that. But it's really blowing me away. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That was, holy crap.
Right. Where'd the time go?
What?
Right.
And I guess I kind of forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting older too. Shit.
What?
Shit.
And that's the funny part about it is I was watching, God, I don't remember what it was, interview with somebody, because that's what I do.
Right.
And I went, holy fuck, that guy's old. And then I go, wait a minute. He was, when I first discovered him, it was 1992. And now I go, wait, what year is this now? We're in 2020. We're in 2022. What the shit?
2022.
Where did the last 30 freaking years go? Because I don't remember signing up for any of this.
Right, exactly.
I'm not old. I'm just limited edition.
It blows my mind. Like, as soon as I started seeing that, I was like, okay.
Bobby says, your girl knows, and 30 years ago, dude. Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah. It just is blowing my mind. I'm like, yeah, I know we're growing up. I get that. Like, we're getting older, all that stuff. But I'm just like,
it comes as a shock to you.
It does.
Though.
It really does. It really does.
I'm looking at some of these actors that I literally grew up with, and I go, wow, they can't be that old. And I go,
yeah.
Oh, maybe they are. Okay. Like Michael J. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's who it was.
What was it?
It was a totally different interview. I was looking at the Christopher Lloyd going over some of his amazing roles that he played.
Yeah.
And I'm going, fuck, he's old as shit. And then I remember 1985 is when Back to the Future came out. And I go, wait a minute. So 1985, I was born in 1976. So that would make me 9 when the movie came out. And then they had the third one in 1989. So I would have been 13, carry the 1, carry the 5, minus the 2.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Seriously,
how in the hell is, here we are fucking 45 years later.
Right.
And I go, when the fuck did that happen?
How'd this happen?
I am not this old yet.
Well, it's kind of funny because the 10-year challenge things that people were doing on Facebook, right? The thing is like a lot of the people looked so much better.
Right.
I was like, damn, okay, this is good. Like, that's not a bad thing. So I kind of look at it that way and I'm going, okay, man, I look back at some of my old stuff with my little tooth gap and things. I'm like, phew, I'm so glad that I'm past that now. So I got a couple things over here on YouTube. Oh, Mohammed Mir's joining in. He says Suicide Squad, Harley. He's not a fan.
What?
And Dark Enchantress says, good evening. Good evening. Welcome.
And Bobby's chiming in and says, it's a privilege to grow older.
It is. No, you're not even kidding. It is.
Just going to throw this one caveat out there. It may be a privilege, but my body disagrees with you.
That's the funny thing. Now that I've started to feel better again, like I'm getting back into doing I call it creative movement because exercise just sounds horrible. I'm just like, exercise, sure. Is that what it's about?
No, here's the shitty part about this, and I want to make a point to reinforce my caveat. I'm in bed last night, right?
Right.
Getting comfortable, playing my stupid little fucking treasure diving game. And yes, I do every night because I love that freaking game. Hate me all you want, don't care.
Unwinding.
Yeah, right. Jump on there and help me pull some treasures up. Don't be an asshole. But here's the best part about this. So I'm getting comfortable. I stretch out. I lean over to one way. And I'm like, finally comfortable. And then out of nowhere, I get this excruciating pain in my neck. And I went, really? From stretching out. What the shit?
Because you don't do it enough.
But I do.
I call bullshit. And I get that. Like, yes, the stuff that we did when we were younger that we did to our bodies is really showing up now. Absolutely. So if you are younger and you're watching this, be a little bit kinder. I'll be like, I'm bulletproof.
I just want to know. And here's the thing. I went to my chiropractor this morning. I should say our chiropractor.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I haven't been back in a minute, but yes.
Anyways, so I'm like, hey, doc, you know, I got this sting. And you do the adjusting and like, you know, turn me into a pretzel. He's like, yeah, let's take a look. He's like, oh, I'm not quite sure what that is. And he's like, oh, you must have a pinched nerve. He's like, how you feel? I'm like, I think I need an omelet. But, you know, he fixed me.
Right.
So I wasn't walking out of the room where he was, you know, cracking me and snapping me and aligning me.
Yeah.
I didn't walk out of there going, I walked out of there going, yes, I feel so much better. Thank you.
Seriously, though, like, that's the thing. Like, when you're younger, you're too worried about getting the new CD, this, new, this, that, and this. When you're older, you're like, okay, I need to go to the chiropractor. That's going to cost some money. I need to get tabs for my license plate for my birthday. That's going to cost some money.
Right.
I need to go to the
Holy shit.
Go get a massage done because I'm old and I can't walk if I don't do this. Like, your priorities change.
Here's the stupid part about it is when, and I want you guys to blow this up in the chat just because I know I'm not the only one. When you go to a massage therapist and go, look, I think I pulled part of my gluteus maximus. Can you rub my butt? And it's not to do with anything perverted or sexual.
Right.
You just go, I'm walking funny because my ass hurts.
Oh, God. I, on the other hand, have not had that as a thing. Like, I've not gone to a massage therapist and be like, rub my butt.
I'm just going to say squats are the devil.
Yeah.
And lunges can eat
You're
an
not
ass.
wrong. Cherry pickers
Fuck that.
can piss off. How about that? But I think it's that time.
Is it that time?
It is that time
All
already.
right,
So I'm going to go ahead.
Before we do that, we got to, Bobby says, you do you, Tony. I'm going to try.
Tony.
I'm going to try.
Oh, we got John chiming in over here, too, before we do this. He says, fun upcoming movies. RoboCop returns. Gremlins 3. What? Gremlins 3?
Gremlins 3.
What? Another Cannonball Run. Final Destination 6. Rush Hour 4. And Indiana Jones 5. And I also I think I saw that they were going to do something with Jurassic Park too, but I don't know if that was a fan, like, please do this thing.
Something like that. And Bobby said, I've said it many times. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
You do you, Tony.
You do you, Tony, with the eye roll and everything.
Oh, she can't roll her eyes that out loud. It's me.
Right? So I'm going to go ahead and name off the 3 that I got here. I got Buns and Roses Holistics, Tea, Tarot, Candles, Yoga, and Reiki Healings.
We got to get them back on the show.
Yeah, we do. Well, wait, we have to get them on the show.
Yes, on the show.
Came in. Set Yourself Free. You can get a hold of them at 989-671-7320 or at www.bunsandrosesholistics.com. You can also follow them on Instagram, which I have started doing because that's the new hip thing to do, apparently, which I'm many years behind, I guess. You can follow them there. And you can see that she posts some of the yoga stuff and different poses and things as well, and talks about the tea, all kinds of different stuff. So you guys can check that out. Go like them over there, follow, whatever it is called.
Buns and Roses Holistic.
Buns and Roses. No, I knew that, but I meant, like, is it following on Instagram? Is it? I don't even do it. Just
add
do
me
it.
at Instagram.
Just add me. I'm on there. Stone Cottage, I'm on there and I look cooler than I am in real life.
No, you're cooler in real life.
Oh. Apparently. Because I don't have to post about it all the time. Next, I want
my God, it's my coffee. Here you go.
Listen here, Linda. Now, wait a minute. Is Mo still here? Mo, you still here, girl?
I have no idea.
I have a question.
John is, or no, Bobby says I meant rub my butt. I'm not rubbing your butt. You're married.
Rub my buttocks.
John says I got to meet the original RoboCop. I got a photo and a signed autograph. Cool.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
We're going to move on to Stone Cottage Farm, which you can get a hold of them on their Facebook page. Also go to their Etsy shop for this time of year to be able to put in orders. There's a new list of all the stuff that's curing on the rack right now and will be ready, I think, by next month. So you guys will be able to order.
Didn't she post the soap schedule for like February, March?
Yeah. So all of that's down so you can see when your favorite scent is going to be coming out.
Yes.
Right now they're just around the corner from
Kid
the
McGadden.
first going to be going into labor. So that's going to be happening, I believe, next month is when all that kind of stuff happens. So, so you can follow them though, or you can go to their Etsy at www.etsy.com/shop/Stone Cottage Farm soap, and you can see what scents and everything else because she's been really jamming out with the paintings lately as well. There's one behind me over here, the dragonfly. That's one of them. So if you guys go check them out, and also if you wait for farmer market season that will be coming up, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. They'll be at those too. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but if you follow them on Facebook, you should be able to follow where they're going to be going.
Yes.
Last but not least, I'm going to tell you guys about Katie Skelton, kwood331@gmail.com. Creative Crafts by Kate, or if you like them on Facebook or like her on Facebook, it's just a thing. Cancer sucks.
Fuck cancer.
Yes, exactly. Or you can get a hold of her at 989-553-5338. She does custom sewing, machine embroidery, and custom vinyl work.
What?
So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Tony.
Amazing. So apparently Bobby said her husband is laughing his ass off right now.
Oh, that's good.
Because, he's a pretty big guy. I don't ever want to, come face to face and be like, hey, remember that podcast you did? My wife said rubber butt. That was me, dickhead.
That's a big no-no.
That's right. So, sorry,
Knock
man.
you
My bad.
out.
Anyways, on to the important things. Not Tony getting his ass beat. Have you guys been into the Harvest lately? They've done some really cool stuff. Like, they have an open mic night going on, in fact, right now.
I know. I keep missing it because it's on Thursdays.
It's on Thursday. Like, Megan, seriously, girl, we've got to talk.
Mohammed wants to see the painting again.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Yep.
The dragonfly.
It's the dragonfly flying over the water in the clouds.
So you can get your own paintings on that Etsy shop. You can get a hold of her.
Yeah, and you can hit them up on Facebook
way.
and follow the link over there. So, yeah, Stone Cottage Farms, Mayville. It's amazing. So,
yeah.
Anyways, have you guys been to the Harvest lately? Because holy shit, they have some really cool stuff going on. Like, they did a square dancing thing.
Did they really?
Which was amazing. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And like, there's little Emily just killing it. Emily Steely on the video. And she's like square dancing like a fool. So yeah, they've got some amazing stuff. They got incredible teas. Like, their teas are to die for. And coffees, and they have the most amazing food. All of it's made fresh right there, which is so freaking cool. But yeah, Miss Emily Steely, she is a massage therapist, and she does house calls. So don't be creepy, and you can text her at 989. Wow, my new glasses have really kicked me in the balls. 989-492-6251. She does therapeutic massage, relaxation massage, trigger point therapy, craniosacral, and light healing touch, reflexology, and joint mobility. So don't be creepy. Hit her up. She's an incredible massage therapist, and she's about yay tall.
Yeah.
And is a total badass.
And she makes a really damn good coffee. I have to be honest,
shit,
okay,
yes.
guys. I want to say something
Go
here,
ahead. What you
which
got?
is not. I mean, yes, I cut Tony off all the time. So
Jerk.
that's usual. But I did go there and get a drink the other day.
Yes.
I really did like it a lot. So I will say their coffee has changed. They got a new coffee, I believe.
They've got some different brands
and different kinds that they're making, different brews and stuff. So
yes,
big, huge shout out to them. Also, one more thing because you're on the Harvest.
Yep.
I got a gluten-free cinnamon muffin, or the muffin.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that was good.
Their gluten-free shit is top shelf.
That was really good. Probably where the extra 4 pounds came from this past week, but
Way to
whatever.
go, jerk face.
All right, passing over.
All right. So last but certainly not least, holy cow, guys. I've waited to get to this part almost all night.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this stuff, and then we're going to springboard into what I've been doing this week.
And do a jig.
No, you ever seen a monkey trying to fuck a football?
Nope.
I can't jig.
Guess that before, and I definitely never want to.
All right, fine. What we're doing is
Ever.
A long time ago, Heather and I started this health journey to literally take our health seriously. So we started going to Shelson's Natural Health at 21 North Ulmer Street, Carroll, Michigan, 48723. And one of the amazing, in my opinion, probably overqualified doctors over there is Dr. Matthew J. Shelson, PhD. Man, these glasses are kicking my balls in. I don't
Remember, you're supposed to take your glasses off so you can see.
Well, yeah, but I just like hold it out past the camera and go, elemental P, QSRT.
He's not understanding.
Yes, well,
take the glasses off to read, put them back on to not see far away. There you go.
Nope, still can't read it. Anyways,
too many footballs.
Too many balls. Dr. Matthew J. Shelson, incredible homeopathic doctor. This guy literally, he taught me about 4,000-year-old technology.
Wow.
Of the tips of your fingers.
Right.
With a Sharpie marker. Like, holy shit, bro.
Wow.
And it worked. Big surprise. Anyways, if you like male doctors, you can reach him at 855-672-2600. And if you like female doctors, which is what we see, Dr. Katie is amazing.
Yes.
You can reach her at Shelson's Natural Health. 855-672-2600.
2600.
Because what do you got to lose but your health?
Absolutely.
So, because I am a guinea pig with my own health, let's see if we missed anything here. John said Netflix original The Adam Project is said to be a twist of an 80s movie. He'll with a Back to the Future Star Wars feel.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I like it.
Anyways, so I've been doing a ton of research, and I started last week with this doctor named Dr. Jeff T. Bowles, like a cereal bowl. T-bowl.com, because I was listening to a bunch of interviews with him. And here's the best part about this. I've been on a pretty decent dose of vitamin D3.
Right.
Which is funny because it's actually not a vitamin. It's a hormone that your body needs. So I've been doing this whole process. And here's the thing. I encourage you, before you do anything with your health, do your own due diligence. Do not take my word for anything. I am not a health professional. I am not a doctor. I'm a monkey with a microphone.
Can't treat or prescribe.
Here's the thing. If you're taking advice from a monkey with a microphone, you're a fucking moron. Just saying. Just remember that, all right? So here's the thing. What I've been doing with my health, and I've had incredible results after doing the due diligence, listening to interviews, reading information, all of this stuff about vitamin D3 with this Dr. Jeff T. Bowles. It's incredible because this week, I've been doing 20,000 international units of vitamin D. And do you know what I found out? Holy cow, my brain is plugged right back in. And I don't have, what's the word I'm looking for? Joking, no. I know what the word is I'm looking for. To be able to complete full sentences and not have a lag. Because you remember the old modems where you'd plug them in and they'd make that obnoxious noise and they'll go, oh, hey, we're online. Because that's what I was feeling there for a little bit. I'm like, I got to change something up.
Right.
I'm going to eat differently. I'm going to, attempt to exercise, do some cardio stuff, and get things firing on all cylinders. So doing all of this due diligence, because you are responsible for your own health.
Right.
I went, holy shit. So I started this dose Sunday, actually, at 20,000 international units of vitamin D every single day. Now, there's also cofactors that Dr. Bowles talks about of magnesium, which is the right dose for you based on either you're male or female. Do the due diligence, please. Vitamin K2, boron, zinc, and beta carotene, not retinol. So these are different cofactors, and it talks about this on the website and the video and the interview. But I encourage you, because there's so many things through the course of history where vitamin D3, and well, since we live literally in the armpit where sun does
Right.
not want to shine.
Right.
You're vitamin D3 deficient
Mm-hmm.
because of where we live. So I encourage you, go out, do the due diligence, research, get a baseline. And how you get a baseline is getting blood work done. So
Right.
And if you don't know how to read it, ask your doctor, ask your physician, ask your professional that you are seeing, how do I read my blood work? Once you have it explained to you, then it's a lot easier.
Right.
But always, always, always get a second opinion,
Mm-hmm.
because your job is to ask questions to understand better instead of going, well, this is what they said, so I'm taking that as fact. Ask questions. I encourage you, because
Always.
this is what I've discovered about my health. What they're prescribing is not health. It's take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
It's been like that for a long time, and we've talked about this too. Like on the more serious note of checking if you don't fit with the doctor that you have, you can always try to find a different doctor. You can always go and do, like he said, I can't even say it tonight.
Due diligence.
There we go. And find a doctor that works for you, and always check out for a regimen what's best for yourself. Again, we can talk about all kinds of different stuff on this podcast. We can say, well, we did this. Well, that's us. That doesn't mean that would be the right fit for you guys as well. So always check that out and make sure that you're doing what's best for yourself and for your health.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's the thing that I've discovered taking this health journey, because I started this about 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned a lot of things along the way of what not to do, because I just simply didn't ask the right question. And that's why it's so personal to you so this is what's going on. And here's the thing. Don't do what we've all done. If you have a symptom, go to Google, because it's either brain damage, cancer, or you've got some sort of severe urethral trauma. That has nothing to do with what you're doing, because there's lots of things that are compounded and disguising themselves as symptoms.
Right.
So seriously, I encourage you, do the due diligence. Don't listen to Google's symptom treatment bullshit.
Right.
Actually study this stuff out. Like here's the thing. We have the internet. We all have the internet. You guys are watching us on the internet.
Right.
What do people use it for? Memes and fucking porn. Or cat memes and porn, or whatever, porn. The point being is there's so many more resources on the internet than just cat memes and porn.
Right.
Hell, man, we live in the age of information and technology, but we're no smarter than they were 2,000 years ago.
Right.
I mean, for real, seriously, dig into history, dig into people that have discovered this stuff and went, wait a minute. There's more things our body needs. What?
Well, let's take a spin on this too. And I'm not gonna go into like going after doctors or anything like that. Like that, not a witch hunt for all that, whatever. but because of somebody like me, I've always been pretty much almost overweight my whole life.
Right.
So the first thing, like, you don't want to go into the damn doctor, because the first thing is they're gonna be like, you've gained weight. And you don't want to hear that. So you're already intimidated before you head in there, or something else that you might have going on, or you're underweight, whatever.
Right.
And you go in, so you already know, like, you're feeling uncomfortable because the doctor's going to call you out on something.
Yep.
So then at that point, you're already like, well, he's going to tell me what I need to do anyway, so I'm just going to do what he says. And that's not every doctor. We have another doctor that we see as well.
Yes.
That we're able to be like, hey, listen, this is this, and this is why.
Right.
Can you help me through this? But a lot of doctors are just like,
yep.
Here, see if you're second, and then you're out. Like, it's crazy. It's a shuffle.
There's zero bedside manner anymore.
Sometimes, yeah, that's the reason why I have gotten rid of some doctors and went, yep, I am finding somebody else. Like, this is not working out.
I mean, here's the reality. If you're a number, then you're not getting treatment.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot tell you how many doctors I've gone to see just because of the health issues I've had in the past. And those of you who personally know me know that I was a dumpster fire. And in the process of all of that, I would go to see a specialist or a regular family practitioner or whatever it was. And I'd walk in there and I'd be sitting like the little kid because I'm short at one end and my feet hang off the table.
everywhere I go.
And they come walking in and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll see you next service.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I have like 25 questions. And this spiel that you just gave me answered 0 of them.
Yep.
Well, I have to get my next patient. We're done here. I will not see you next time.
Right.
I'm going to find a doctor that actually wants to listen to me, because when I have questions that need answered and I can't find the answer any other place that I've looked, let alone knowing where to look for another series of answers, and you're not helping me answer it, I'm going to go keep asking questions because my health is important to me. It may not be you, because I'm just a number or I'm being fed through like cattle.
Right.
But I care about my health. I'm going to find those things that helps me resolve it. You know, mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health.
Yeah.
You know, you don't send a sick person or a healthy person to the doctor's office.
Right.
You send a sick person, and hopefully in the process of all of that,
They
become healthy. And that's the thing. I agree with Heather 1,000%. This is not a witch hunt for doctors.
No.
But there are just as many shitty doctors out there and very few good ones that go, you're my patient. I took my Hippocratic oath seriously to do no harm.
Well, that's another thing too, is it's fascinating on all the different things that we can do to ourselves by not taking care of ourselves. And, you know, sometimes it's the way that we've been raised and the things that we've eaten and the things that we've done. And, well, let's think back to, not to feel like back in my day kind of shit, but here we are. Like, that's where we're at now. Like, different car seats and the way that we, like, no belts.
No, we're on the back of a station wagon with the window down.
Exactly. Like, we did so many things back then that were not safe, and we ate things that probably weren't the best. And, you know, I was talking actually with Dawn the other day, and I was like, you know, you remember like the fruit pies that were all made in lard and Twinkies and all that stuff as kids, that we were like, this is great.
Yeah.
But now I think about it and I go,
Well, but
all the stuff that I ate growing up.
that's
The different thing. You know what I mean?
That's the shitty part about it, is why a lot of the health issues that we are all having, this is not just selected, but why we are all having is due to deficiencies.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, good Lord, you look at, here's an idea. Look at the nutrition label. Look at what you're actually eating. And then think about this. If it requires a nutrition label, it's probably not good for you.
Right. Well, and we get used to the convenience.
Of course.
You know, that's a big thing for me. Like, a lot of the stuff that I look at now, like, there was a post the other day on Facebook, and it was like 4 different things that they posted up, and they're like, okay,
yeah,
you have to, or maybe it was more than that, but it was all this like processed food and stuff that had the like bright labels and stuff on it from like the 80s that we were excited to have. And they're like, you can only have 3. And I'm looking at it and I go, I don't want any of those. But before, like, that looked like my whole cart. When I was very like living on my own for the first time and doing all that stuff, it was like, there's a thing of ramen. You know, like, they're seriously everything.
You're not wrong,
everything that they posted, I was like, that's a shit I lived off of, and now I'm just like, ooh, I don't want any of that.
John's chiming in and says, I actually saw a full-size yak of a station wagon Woody on my way home from work today. I almost forgot how big those bastards are. Yeah, that's the thing, is when we were kids, you know, our parents would drive around corners fast as shit.
Yes.
So we would slam into either side of the inside of these fucking station wagons, knock each other stupid. Like, I don't remember which cousin it was, but like one of them knocked into the other one. Yeah. And his tooth got stuck in his head.
Oh my God.
Whipped around another corner and popped his tooth out, and he's bleeding all over the back. And we're laughing our asses like,
wow.
So yeah, it was fucking crazy.
That's crazy. Like, I'm talking about that, like the old vehicles and stuff. Growing up, we had Blazers. Yep. And my dad had like an old like utility van, like he does kind of now, but it was like way cooler. It was a different one. And then like I don't know if it was an old Jeep or Bronco kind of style looking thing. Love that thing. And of course the Chevette, we had that too. And a really cool Chevy box kind of looking truck.
Not gonna say I'm not gonna disagree with the fact that they fucked up with the Chevette. because that thing would literally go through hell and not to die.
There's still one that drives around here.
That's what I'm saying.
The paint job is horrible, but it's still driving. Like, it's still going around. So I think about that, and I think about how our vehicles were made back then as opposed to where they are now. Like, I threw me for a loop when it was like, that car got in an accident, and you just see, you're like, why are you guys totaling that? The bumper's like off and whatever. Some of them, I'm like, some of them are very self-explanatory. You're like, oh, that looks like an accordion.
Wait, that was a car?
That was but some of them I'm just like, how is that? And then we have the big old hippie van that's just like,
that thing's a beast. I would love to do a road tour on that.
I love that thing. That's what we do for the kayaks. You know, as soon as everything is like tuned up and good to go, that's our vehicle. But it's solid, and it's 89. It's an 89, and I get more joy out of sitting in the passenger seat and watching people just like, fuck is that? Or it's great.
Peace, bro.
And it's not a VW bus. It's a 89 GMC Vendura. Yeah. But it's got like the captain chairs and all that stuff, and you rode in it.
How meep meep.
But it's just it cracks me up though, seeing people either smile or just go, what?
Thing is boss.
It is. It's fantastic. I love it. And I want to say thank you to Crystal and Jim, because they were like, hey, your vehicle's down. Here you go.
Shout out to Jim. He just had a birthday.
He did. Happy birthday to Jim No. If you don't know Jim No, you know nothing.
That's right.
I love Jim. I love Crystal and Jim in general.
They're amazing people.
They are. They really are. I love their dynamic, and they're also just like, I love you. I need my fucking space. And I think more people need to be like that in relationships.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that I adore the shit out of their post on Facebook just because it's so funny.
And genuine.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. She'll post something like, they'll be sitting there watching television or something, and she'll make a crack about, oh, you're going to sleep right there? And he's like, don't you have to be doing dishes or something?
Right. It's just like, no.
And then they'll both just kind of look at each other doing that stare like, motherfucker, say what? And then just laugh about it and go back to watching television. I'm like, that is a relationship.
Yep.
God, be nice to each other.
I think that is. I think that's more important. And seeing them and knowing Crystal for as long as I have, and this is Crystal, well, she's got a podcast. Yes. Let's say that. Knowing them as long as I have, and seeing that and going, you know what? There's times I'm sure that they're like, I am gonna just whatever. Because in all relationships, it gets to feel like that, right? There's times, but it's healthy to be apart and to go and do stuff on your own instead of always together. It's good to do stuff together, but it's okay to do things apart too. I think people miss that mark.
John's chiming in and says, there's this guy in town here drives an old 70s Toyota Corolla. It looks like crap, sounds like crap, but that bastard will not die. It just keeps going like the Energizer Bunny.
For the Ford Rangers, same thing.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh my God. I worked with a lady that had one, and didn't matter. Like, this thing was falling. Like, the body will fall apart before any of that. Like, she would drive that to work, and I'd ride with her, and I was like, this bastard's never dying.
Well, that's what's so funny about reading this Henry Ford book. So I take Maddie to her dentist appointment, and we pull up in the parking lot, and here's a Ford Model T.
Yeah.
This thing is fucking pristine, and I'm going, who owns that? She's like, oh, it was the old guy in the lobby coughing his guts out. And I'm going, is that because like he needs a tune-up and his car's fine? Like, what's going on here? But like, this thing is pristine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what his regimen of taking care of this car.
Yeah.
But like, the chrome was still fucking shiny.
That's crazy.
And I'm going, this is awesome, man. I want to go for a ride in that chugga chugga chooty bang bang.
See, like, wouldn't it be fantastic if we took care of ourselves like we did our vehicle?
Right?
I guess I kind of do.
I mean, that can't be compared to my guitars because I beat the shit out of them things.
Dusty. But so...
Oh, they're not dusty. They're just like, you don't know what he does to me.
But you know what? I'm glad we got onto this subject of different things, and get back to some more lighthearted stuff. What do you got there? You're killing me with this.
I'm telling you, it's fucking weird. So actually, I actually have two 96 Mustangs, both V6s, and on the other one, I have for 7.5 years blew a hole in the driver's side of the engine. And the damn thing still starts and runs like, what the hell?
Yeah. Seriously, though, John, I've seen the posts of his cars, and holy crap. I love your vehicles. I don't like them in Michigan. I think that's like not a winter car, like definitely. But, before I got the Ford Escape, and we had to get a new engine. We had to get a new engine. There's been a lot of things that we've had to do with this Ford, but I love driving it.
Yeah.
And I was a total Chevy girl all the way.
That's what I love about Equinoxes.
Except for the traction control shit.
Yeah, fuck the traction control
That's
shit.
bold. That's dumb.
Like, go back to the simple ways of Henry Ford doing his stuff. If
Yeah.
it works and puts money in the pocket of the worker, and you can get a vehicle for the average man that drives down the road and is sound as a pound, great.
It's good.
It's good.
All right, guys, that's that time already. We thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us. I know that went by fast.
Holy
hanging
shit.
out with us and giving us conversation stuff to talk about,
Yes.
chiming in on YouTube and Twitch and on Facebook as well. Don't forget, guys, to show some love to SolidStateRadio.net.
Yes.
All kinds of shows over there, not just our shenanigans are aired. There's something there for everybody. And don't forget, too, there's a lot of different things at Strange Friends Media that you can check out. You can follow us on Strange Friends Media on Facebook as well. We post all the different things that are happening local.
Yes.
We will be posting the Tina Jackson benefit as well. We'll post that again so you guys know. We can post about Tuscola Palooza, and we will also post the Mousetrap for Rude's upcoming production.
Yes.
With the players from Port Austin. Port Austin players.
Holy
there we go.
shit.
All right.
All right, quick before we jump off
all right.
here. John says, I know Mustang is not a winter car. Tried it. I love the hell out of it. Dangerous. That shit doesn't even like a damp road. And Bobby says, I'm coming back someday.
Coming back someday. Anyway, guys. All right. We will catch you guys again next Thursday, as we do every Thursday.
Yeah.
This is always a thing.
I mean,
Unless something comes up.
well, I mean, we're doing Guitar Fridays.
Yeah.
Depending
Chill
on how many
stream.
pre-release kits I get, we'll do chill stream.
All right.
Maybe give away a free code, possibly. Don't know. But yeah, if you guys aren't doing anything, come hang with us on chat
Yes.
and talk about stupid shit like we do.
Yeah, and then Saturday also, 5 to midnight over at the Franklin Inn in Bad Axe. Or Labora will be playing for the Tina Jackson benefit. Please come out. If you can't make it, you can still donate. You can still send the money or get a hold of one of them, or we can try to get you in the right direction to be able to donate, even if you can't make it to this.
Yes.
It'd be greatly appreciated. And hopefully we will see you there. If not,
Fuck
jump
cancer.
on. Yeah, cancer, seriously. Tina Jackson, fuck cancer benefit, honestly.
That's right.
If you guys can take it or can make it. Yeah, I'm
Show
starting
support.
to feel
Support
that.
local guys.
Yeah, support local. And we will see you guys again back here next Thursday. But we also have another episode of Survivor Girl as well, Motivational Mondays, and everything else that we have going on here, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of that stuff.
That's right.
And if you guys want to see all the other stuff that he was talking about with Chill Stream and Guitar Fridays, it is right here. So you guys can come and join Tony and hang out on this show.
Yeah.
On this channel.
We made it easily accessible because we do 3 different shows here. So
Yep.
if you guys have the subscribe button hit, you have the notification bell pegged with all notifications, it's all free. You just tune in when you get the notification going, hey, what are those 2 freaking weirdos doing again?
What are they up to? Speaking of that, guys,
That's right.
keep it weird.